Man, here we are, another Safe Space episode with my boy Q Cook. Quinn, what's going on, man? First of all, we here at your camp, man. Quinn Cook Basketball Camp. Can you tell me how's it feel, man? How's it feel, bro?
It's overwhelming. It's a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
To be able to give back. We grew up going to basketball camps together and learning from different pros, coaches, college players, high school players, and to have my name on a T-shirt on 250 kids out there is just the ultimate feeling, man. And I'm thankful.
Yeah, man. Like you said, I remember I told you earlier when I walked in here, man. We used to be at whether it's 5-star camp, whether it was the tall Bozeman basketball school, running around there playing. I even remember being back there at the full court in your backyard playing. So now you having your own camp, a bunch of campers running around. I seen a video of you talking to the campus yesterday. Telling them about how you are where you are, and it's just like it's amazing to see all these kids here, and you speaking about how they looking up to you, and you got your own camp. Tell us a little bit about Never Satisfied. Why did you choose to put that with the title of your camp?
Yeah, great question. Last year, we came up with every year we're going to have a slogan, a quote, and last year was "Humble and Hungry." It's probably my favorite quote. And it's something that I've always wanted to live by. And, it was a big hit, with my family, with the kids, with the internet, just about the camp. And, so now, coming back this year, I signed a deal with Golden State. I made my dream come true. And I have some security now in the NBA. And I ended up winning the championship and got to contribute. It's easy to get complacent.
No question.
But, I'm not satisfied. I'm never satisfied. As we talked earlier, it's just something in me that always, wants more and wants to keep working hard. And I think it's a great life lesson for all the kids.
Where did that come from? Like, where did that come from? Because, like, I tell people, anytime, people talking about Quinn, I tell them, I'm like, man, Quinn been like that since we were, like, 8. Yeah. Like, since we were little, like, before, like, your real competitive juices start to kick in when you like a teenager and coming into yourself. Like, you've been like, ever since you were little, you've been like supreme confidence. Like, nah, I don't care what nobody says. Like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do it. Like, I don't care if whoever don't believe in me, I believe in me. I'm the best. Like, you've been like that ever since I've known you. So to me, like, it's no surprise, like, you getting told no at different stages of your career. You being where you at now, like, nah, it don't matter. You can tell me no 10, 11 times, but, like, that's not going to stop me. The road ain't going to stop. Where did that come from? Like, how did you even get to that point?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, but I just always been like that.
So with that, what happens to, because, like, you've experienced being, like, the #1 player in the country, being highly rated and highly touted throughout your career, being younger, through high school, dealing with some adversity that you spoke about before, being at Duke, the biggest adversity and probably motivation, you going undrafted. What about the guys that, like, you've played in the McDonald's All-American game with, guys that you've played in WCAC championships with, who at different stages of your career have even been ranked higher than you, but I look at it now like you've surpassed some of those guys. Some of those guys, aren't even playing anymore. What can you speak to about that type of experience, like your peers, and sometimes, the journey ends for guys. Like, you've decided in your mind, like, nah, I'm not accepting no. Right. But some guys have had to accept no, like they haven't had any option. How, like, what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, great question. Everybody's journey is different. And for me, being the top guy, I was always the top guy from 10th grade to high school, senior year, and in college. Like, I was always, the most heralded guy. And you don't get drafted, or you see, you're not playing well your freshman year, your sophomore year. And you see guys, you grew up with, or you played against every summer. You go to the league, and I always use that as motivation. Like, I never felt a certain way. I never got down on myself. Like, I know I'm better than this guy. Like, I never was jealous of anyone. I just use everybody's success and everybody's failures as motivation for me. And being told no just made me go harder. Me not getting drafted made me go harder. I was also happy for my guy who did get drafted. Right. I didn't feel like, he got drafted, I didn't, so I just was always happy, but I always used the guys around me. That's really the biggest thing as motivation, just to go harder. And I've obviously, had some great opportunities, One thing about this business is opportunity. There's so many guys who can play in the NBA. There's so many guys who are in the NBA who are NBA players, but it's opportunities, it's situations. And, fortunate enough for me, I got the right opportunity, but, I was told no so many times, and, every time I got told no, I didn't feel sorry for myself. I just went harder. And now, when you get to your dream, when you get that, contract, when you get that job you want, when you get that A on that test, you just want more.
Yeah.
You just always want more.
Yeah, I think what I take away from it is, like, God forbid, if God was to take away the game from you tomorrow or next week, whatever the case may be, I feel like the mentality that you've had, you'll be successful and win no matter what it is that you're doing. And I feel like that applies to, like, anybody really, because everybody, like you said, it's plenty of guys that are talented enough, to be in the league, but they haven't had the opportunity, or maybe they've had an opportunity that they didn't, take advantage of, or they didn't cherish the opportunity that they've had, and now, it's over with. But I feel like everybody's not going to make it. But with that type of not taking no for an answer, being resilient, looking at success around you and utilizing it, to your own advantage, you can be successful in whatever it is that you do. What can you say about during the time where you had the choice of going overseas, but you decided to stay in the D League and in the G League? And I think people are starting to understand the different pay grades. So you choosing to invest in yourself, not chasing the money. Tell us a little bit about what was going through your mind.
Yeah, well, my first year it was an easy decision. Me not getting drafted, and then how I performed in summer league. And then getting invited to training camp to make a roster was always a dream for me. And, to be in Cleveland, to be with LeBron every day, to be with Kyrie every day, and holding my own against those guys, and those guys giving me confidence, those guys believing in me. When I got cut the last day, between me and another guy, and they took him, and, overseas wasn't in my mind. I'm going to go to the D League. I get called up.
Why didn't you consider it?
Because I knew I could play at that level. I didn't cause when you're in college, when you're in high school, you don't know if you could play there.
That's real.
I knew I could play. So the next year, I obviously did what I had to do that year. I got cut from the Pelicans. I led the preseason in field goal percentage. I was the most efficient guy in preseason. Out of every player that played in preseason, I got cut. They took Lance Stevenson over me. So that was when I had to make a decision. Either, go back to the D League where I proved a lot. It was kind of hard for me to top what I did.
Feeling like, what more can I do?
Yeah, what more can I do? And, I had some great deals overseas, but for me, it wasn't about the money. It was the dream. And I knew going over there, I wouldn't be happy. Like, I play this game to have fun. I play to inspire, and I play, for me to reach my dreams. And I just knew that I was an NBA player, so they could have offered me $1 million or even $2 million. At that point in my life, I wouldn't go because I really believed that I would get my opportunity to be an NBA player.
Oh, that's real. How do you think with the NCAA announcement the other day, with them letting guys enter the draft, participate in combines, and sort of get I guess a better understanding or a better look of whether they fit in the league based on what you just said? Like, you felt like, nah, I know I can be, like, I know I belong. Like, I ain't going overseas. I know I belong right here. I'm gonna make it happen. How do you think the changes that the NCAA just made recently is gonna?
I think it's good because so guys get information early. Guys can go to these pro workouts and really ask these coaches questions. You're working out 4 times a week, so you get 4 opportunities to pick coach's brain, pick players' brains, pick GM's brain, and you will learn quick, if you really belong or you don't. So I think that it's going to be a plus, for the players getting information and trying to come back or decide to, enter the draft. And if they don't get drafted, they have opportunity to go back as well.
What can we expect, man? I know it's a dream come true, man. I've enjoyed, like, I felt like I've developed a joy, like, watching, you take advantage of your opportunity and be with Golden State and win an NBA Finals. Like, I don't even know if, like, you really realize, like, the magnitude of how, like, profound, like, this stuff is. Like, I tell people, I'm like, man, Quinn been a winner since KLM, through St. Jerome's, through Dematha, through Duke, and now an NBA championship. Like, so when you speak of being, like, not being content, not being satisfied, how do you stay motivated to continue to go? Like, nah, that's not enough. I still got to get it. I got more work to do.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. But, like, for example, I've been through it before. We won a national championship. And I'm on cloud 9. We went on a Monday night. I'm on cloud 9 Tuesday. And Wednesday I wake up like, I don't know if I'm going to get drafted. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm a senior. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really enjoy it like I wanted to. I had to keep going. So this time around, I won that NBA championship. And obviously I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I'm just so thankful for the opportunity. But, I didn't play in the final. Like, I wasn't in the rotation. You know what I'm saying?
Find that motivation, dog.
I had that just in
That's real.
my mind, which I enjoy. Like, I didn't care if I played 40 minutes or played
no question
0. Like, I'm happy. But you wake up the next morning and it's the summer. There's no more games left. So how can I put myself in a position next year where, I'm in a better spot than I was previously? So I always have that just in the back of my mind, which isn't good at times, because sometimes I don't really get to enjoy the moment. But I try to enjoy this. I did, not try. I enjoyed it as much. I appreciated everybody, reaching out to me, just me being the inspiration, and me getting support from everybody. But I still have that in the back of my mind, like, I still got a long way to go.
And last thing, man, ever since you were little, like, you always been a big Kobe Bryant fan, probably the biggest Kobe fan that I've known. You done love Kobe from day one. I don't know what's up with that, but you was like 7 years old in love with Kobe too. So one of the things I really love about Kobe is, like, dude speaks like 8 languages. He done got awards for the documentaries and the movies and the films that he's been involved in. He's doing some venture capitalism. I just think, he's bigger than just a basketball player, just a great basketball player. Like, dude is very intelligent. He's going to be successful beyond, his NBA days. What could you potentially see yourself doing once you're done playing to still have an impact and to still inspire, people in your community and players coming up after you?
So I want to do something giving back every year, in any way possible. And I want to commentate. I think to travel, to be on TV, to talk about the game that we all love, is amazing.
Yeah.
And just keep spreading my story, keep spreading inspiration to everybody. And like, Kenny Smith is a guy, like, I really look at to, like, he gets paid to talk about basketball, talk about his experiences, talk about everything he's been through. And he wasn't an all-star. He wasn't the #1 pick.
Yeah.
He was a great player. He was a winner, and he had respect from everybody in the league, coaches, front office, opponents, teammates, and now he's reaping the benefits. He's been on TNT.
No question. I think they have the best job in the world, really, to get paid to talk about basketball.
That's my goal.
So I want to say, bro, I'm proud of you, man.
I'm proud of you,
I
too,
appreciate you, dog. I'm really proud of you, man, to see you grow from when we were little to what you're doing now. And like I said, of course, this is not the end. Really, this only the beginning. So that'll wrap up another Safe Space episode. Appreciate you.
Maryland Select, man.
No question.
They don't know nothing about that.